Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today on Milanese Math, we're going to be taking a look at odd and even numbers. And as always, if you want to follow along with this worksheet, it'll be the first link in the description below. So let's hop straight in with a couple definitions. Odd numbers are any numbers that end in a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. And even numbers are numbers that end in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So if we have to, like the directions say, to classify each one of these numbers as odd or even, the only thing you need to do is look at the last digit. And if that number is odd, then the whole number is odd. Or if that number is even, then the whole number is even. So for example, look at this first example here, 24. If I pay attention to the final digit, that's a 4, and I know that 4 is an even number, which means that this entire number is even. So I'm just going to put an E or an O beside each one of them for even or odd. So because 4 is even, the whole number 24 is even. On the next one though, 29, a 9 is an odd number, and so that makes the entire number odd. And what I usually try to tell my students to do is just commit these numbers to memory. The numbers that are odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The numbers that are even, 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Sometimes in a math class, there's just things you need to memorize, and this is definitely one of them. So let's take a number like 347. If I look at that last digit, that's a 7, and 7 is odd, so the entire number is odd. 1,499 ends in a 9, which is an odd number, which means that entire number is also odd. 21,260 ends in a 0, and 0 is an even number, which means the entire number is even. And as you can see, even if you have a large number like 134,901, you can just skip straight to the very last digit. In this case, it's a 1, and that's odd. That means the whole number is odd. And then finally, 4,679,338 ends in an 8, which is even. So that means this entire number is even. So what I would recommend doing right now that we've gone through a few examples, go ahead and pause the video and try these examples below, and then we'll pick back up at the word problem at the end. So assuming you've had a chance to take a look at those other examples, let's read this word problem and see if we can figure out what they're trying to do here, because this is a real world example of how you might need to know the difference between odd and even numbers. So it says, let's say a building were built such that the odd numbered rooms were only on odd floors, and even numbered rooms were only on even floors. So if the building were 10 stories tall, on which floors might you find a room ending in 21? So always stop, make sure you understand what they're asking. They're saying, if the builders built the building this way, and then where would you find rooms that ended in a 21? Well, 21, if you notice, the very last digit is 1, which means it's odd. And the way the manufacturers built the building, you're only going to find those on odd numbered floors. So which floors of this building would you find that? Well, the odd numbered floors would be floor number 1, floor 3, floor 5, floor 7, and floor 9. Now you wouldn't go past there. You wouldn't go to like floor 11 or 13, even though those are odd numbers, because it said it was a 10-story building. So that's all we have for today. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.